I know that I spoke before about like comparison being the thief of joy, but I kind of wanted to give a different perspective of it. Comparison steals the joy in the moment that you're supposed to be sitting in it. So while you were supposed to be experiencing a moment of thankfulness and gratitude and joy, happiness, you were supposed to be experiencing that because you were supposed to be reflecting on what God has done for you. But instead, you have been looking at what God has done with someone else, and now you're comparing it. And with social media, a lot of times it's not even intentional. And you have to understand that you don't know that person. You don't really know what that person and God have been through. You don't really know what that person and God have, you don't know what He saved them from. You don't know what He's held their hand as they went through. You don't know what that person experienced as a child. You don't know what that person experienced in relationships. You don't know what that person experienced from their parents, their upbringing, like anything. You don't truly know a person's journey because you're not that person. So you can't sit back and judge their blessings or feel like you need to understand their blessings or the way God is moving with them. You might be looking at somebody in their winning season with God, but they have been literally planting the seeds their whole life, and you feel like because you just started talking to God 2 months ago that He's supposed to be moving with you the way He moving with them, but you're not them and they're not you. And God loves y'all equally. Okay, God don't love one person over the other or anything like that. God's love is so vast, and so there's enough for everybody. Even the people that you are feeling or you're deeming unworthy of the things that He's given to them. So when you're sitting back and you're scrolling, or you're hearing these stories about different people, or you're just seeing people on a daily basis and you're comparing their accomplishments or their blessings or their gifts or the trips or because that's a big one with social media, is that people are looking at people going on trips and people having money and people got kids and you ain't had a kid yet, and just there's so many things to look at and say, how do I get that? I want that. I want that career. I want that life. I want that freedom. Freedom don't come from doing what that person is doing. Freedom comes from God. Let Him give it to you. Let Him deliver the blessings in the way that is fit for your life, your situation. He knows what you need. He knows the trials you've been through. He knows the trials you've been going through. So yeah, they might be blessed with a brand new car today, but you didn't know that He had a house for you in 2 months. But you're so busy comparing that you can't even be grateful that you have a roof over your head and a car to drive. Because now you're looking at, I do need to get a new car. Maybe I do. Stop. Like, stop. Just be happy. Sit in the joy that you have. Sit in the joy that you have. And don't compare, because comparison is the thief of it. It's going to steal it. And we know that as soon as that joy is being stolen in that moment, your thoughts run amok. You go into these deep scenarios and situations in your head, and now you think about everything that went wrong and all the trials you done been through. And it's like, every single time you feel that happening, combat that with a positive thought. Combat that with a thought that reminds you of what God has already done for you and where He has you at, what path He has you on. Okay, bye y'all.